latest version of the Tradingview piece of software I've been working on. If you're on Tradingview, you can have this free of charge. Just look up ukbitcoinblog.com. On the within Tradingview, there's also a link on my blog to this indicator. So I'm going to talk through some trade setups. This is not a trade setup, even though it looks like it is. So the price is in the buy zone, is in the sell zone, but this is a modified MACD that also uses average true range. So and as you can see, the price is well above it. It's definitely not time to sell it yet. So let me show you something which is a trade. This is Credit Suisse. As we know, I've had all kinds of issues and problems, and with Credit Suisse we can see that the MACD is turned into a buy and we're in the buy zone. Okay, so there's potential there, plus we've got earnings on the 21st of April, so those three things together, probably a good time to buy it. Another one, for instance, is this is Universal Credit, or UniCredit, and again we can see that although the MACD hasn't really crossed yet, it is pushing up. There is a pivot there, okay, and we have just had dividends, which were obviously good because we had a very bullish bar there. It's pulled back a little bit, but we're heading into getting into a buy on this thing. So if it's in this sort of area and the MACD's crossing, then we can take the long on it. Whereas if you look at something like Coinbase, we can't do it because we haven't got enough information. Bank of America, here's a classic here. Don't need it. So again, you can see that we've got a bearish move in a very bullish. I mean, you can see it's going straight up. So we'd want to buy down at the bottom here. But this isn't really a signal. There's just lots of, there's lots of fluff. There's earnings there, which obviously weren't that brilliant in comparison with what the market was expecting. But so I can't really trade this. It's not really tradable. I'm going to use the stock screen and just choose a couple of others. Let's pick Google, for instance. Same sort of situation. So you could see that there is a buy here. If it's in a long uptrend like this, we could take a buy here because it's moving into this sort of zone here. You wouldn't want to take anything during this. You see how it's just falling like that, and there's a short. It's looking for a short. We could take a short here because the MACD has crossed, but as you can see, it doesn't really go anywhere, and because it's in a big long uptrend, it's probably better not to. I'm just picking random ones. Netflix, so here's quite a nice one. Again, looking at the MACD crossing, here's your MACD, so it's kind of flat, so we probably want to trade it anyway. I'm going to bubble with it and trade it. Oracle, again, see I've drawn some lines on there. I'm just going to take those off. Don't really use them anymore. You can use different shapes and things like that, but here's a good one. Look at this. You can see this short coming down. There's the MACD crossing, and you're still in the sell zone. You can follow it down and just close it down here in the buy zone, and then you could actually just turn it around when you see the buy signal, and you've got a nice buy into it. So this is what we're kind of looking for, is this sort of setup with the MACD changing. If it hasn't changed yet, as long as the MACD lines are going towards each other, that's fine. So pick, I don't know who this is. Should plan on this, shouldn't I? Really? I'm just trying to find something that's more an ideal trade. Here's another one. You can see here. Look how that there. Look how the MACD lines are coming together, and we're in the buy zone. So here, look how the MACD lines have come together, and we're in a sell zone. So that it did actually pull down. In fact, although it pulled around, so you'd have to wait. You'd be waiting like a month for the big move. But there's the big move there, down to there. Okay, but you'd be in that sell there, and it, there's no change here. You could see a buy, although it doesn't really get back down into the buy zone. You've still got room to take that long. So that's how you're doing it. So going back to Credit Suisse to provide an example, because this is a real live trade. We're looking to buy in this buy zone. We're looking for the MACD to be crossed or be looking like it's going to be crossing. And if we have something else as well, I'm always keen on fundamental news. So for instance, I liked the Credit Suisse to buy because this is the Archipelago scandal. So there was fundamental news why it dropped, and now I'm going to have fundamental news why it's going to go up because of earnings. So that's how we can do it. So that's it really. So it's available from my blog, and I'll put the link in the bottom of this YouTube video. Cheers.